Hey folks, Landon here, and today we are going to talk about how long it takes to become a phlebotomist. If you've decided that you want to have a career as a phlebotomist, you would want to know, how long will it realistically take before you get your first job? 4 weeks? 2 months? 2 years? Ooh, that's a long time. Well, that is why I am here today. I will be breaking all of that down. We'll be covering the different steps involved in becoming a phlebotomist, and what are some smart choices that you can make that can help accelerate that process. So you ready? Let's roll. If you're new here, this is Certified Success, and on this channel, we share tips and tricks to help you start your dream career faster without student debt or spending years driving to class. So the path to becoming a phlebotomist has 3 main steps. 1, training. 2, clinicals or clinical experience. And 3, getting certified. If you're living in the US, these are the general steps regardless of which state you're living in. Now, the time it'll take for you to start your career ultimately boils down to your training. More specifically, the type of training program that you enroll in. Option number 1, enrolling in a full-time certificate program at a community college or a university. When you complete your training, you get a certificate from that university. And in healthcare, a university certificate is typically respected and appreciated. It shows your employer that you are serious about your career and that you've invested in getting the best education. The problem is, a university program can cost upward of $4,000. And in some states, it can go as high as $7,000. Not just that, but completing a full-time program takes 12 months. That means with a full-time program, it'll take a minimum of 12 months to start your career. The full-time route for your phlebotomy training is not just expensive, it can also be too long. This leaves you to option number 2, which is local classes. Locally, you could have multiple options to choose from depending on where you live. You can enroll in weekend classes, evening classes, online programs, or local phlebotomy training centers. I mean, there are so many options. Typically, to complete these classes, it could take anywhere between 4 weeks to 6 months. And I know you're probably saying, that's not bad. And you're right. But something super important to remember is the cheapest option and the fastest option aren't always the best choice. Just ask my car, that's still not working. Whew. You have to consider other factors like, are your classes accredited? Do they prepare you to get certified? Are there any hidden costs? Now, choosing the right training program can be so confusing, I get it, but it is hands down the most important part. And if you need help choosing the right program, then I have an amazing free resource for you. Grant Aldridge, who is the founder of this channel and a well-known education expert, has made a free masterclass on how to become a phlebotomist. He covers everything from how to choose the right training program, 3 main pillars for a successful phlebotomy career, things you need to avoid, how to get clinical experience even before you get a job, and so much more. This masterclass is loaded with information, and you will get a step-by-step blueprint on how to become a phlebotomist. All that in 3 months or less without spending a fortune on your training or driving to class multiple times a week. So if you're interested, click the link below to sign up for this free masterclass, and I highly recommend it if you are serious about starting your career as a phlebotomist. I will have the link down below. Make sure you check it out and let me know what you think. All right, to recap, if you choose a full-time program at a college, it could take you up to 1 year to complete your training. And if you choose a local program, it could take anywhere between 4 weeks to 6 months. Now, after you have completed your training, the next 2 steps, which are extremely important, are getting some clinical experience under your belt and getting certified, which involves preparing and clearing a national certification exam conducted for phlebotomists. For your clinical experience, you can find a local externship. An externship is where you work temporarily at a local healthcare facility to get some hands-on clinical experience. In an externship, you can also complete blood draws on live patients. Now, this is important because regardless of where you land a job, healthcare facilities would always prefer someone who has clinical experience in conducting blood draws on live patients. In an externship, you don't work full-time, just a few hours every day. And typically, the duration for an externship is between 2 weeks to 4 weeks. And finally, the third step is getting certified as a phlebotomist. To get certified, you have to clear a nationally recognized certification exam. Scary. It's not scary. For phlebotomists, it is the Certified Phlebotomy Technician exam, or the CPT, conducted by the NHA. Once you clear this exam, you are a certified phlebotomist and you earn this phlebotomy certification. Now, of course, there are other certifications, but the CPT certification through the NHA is the gold standard, nationally recognized. Now, if you choose the right training program that prepares you for this, all you have to do is pick a date for the exam and you are set. Whereas if you take the local class route, you might be spending a couple months preparing for the exam. A couple months. Now, I know I threw a lot of information at you today. So you know what? How about we recap again? Your phlebotomy training takes anywhere between 4 weeks to 12 months. Your externship to get clinical experience can take up to 1 month. And finally, the time it takes to get certified can vary depending on the time it takes you to prepare for the exam. All right, last but not least, if you want to start your career faster, here are a few tips that I would like to personally share with you. Number 1, choose an online training program that you can complete from the comfort of your own home. Number 2, your phlebotomy training should be from an accredited source, someone that's legit, not the guy in the alley. Number 3, ideally, it shouldn't take more than 3 months to complete your training program, because we got things to do. You got things to do. Number 4, choose a program that prepares you for the certification exam, because I know I'd be procrastinating. And number 5, choose a program that arranges your externship for you, so you don't have to worry about your clinical experience. And I know what you're thinking, Landon, how do I find this program? Well, that is where my guy Grant's Masterclass comes in. He has curated a training program that checks all the right boxes. And if you've made it this far, then I know that you are serious about this career. So click on the link below and sign up for the free Masterclass. I mean, it is free. And I hope this video was useful. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. It really helps us to continue creating content that we hope you all are enjoying, because we love making it. So until next time, this is Landon signing off. Take care.